I'm Micah McGonigal, the creator of Baldi's Basics, and today marks the 3-year anniversary of the original game, so I wanted to celebrate. I didn't get a cake, so I'm just making do with what I have. I've got some cool new stuff to show off and talk about today. And to kick things off, let's take a look at some new merch that's releasing right now. I worked with some super talented artists to have 4 brand new Baldi's Basics t-shirts made. First we have Mathematical Mayhem by Harvey B. Arts. Next is Problem 3 by Meowtheroth. Then there's Restart Refresh by Padre Snowmizzle, the same artist who created Beans. And finally, Sweepin' Time by L. These designs all turned out fantastic, and I'm so glad I got to work with such great artists. These t-shirts are all available now on the new Basically Games store, and you can find a link to the store in the description below. That's not all you'll find in the new store though. I've also added some extra goodies, like some posters, this world's numbered teacher mug, and the world's most terrifying face mask. I'm so sorry I made this. Check it out and see if there's anything there you like. Next, I'd like to talk about the current status of Baldi's Basics Plus's development. Since the last update, a lot has happened both regarding the game's development and my personal life. In January, I dedicated the month to working on the game's game design document, but I also moved out of my parents' home halfway through that month, which kept me pretty busy as well. I still haven't finished the game design document. However, in February, I decided I need to start working directly on the game again to take care of something I've talked about quite a bit before, and that's a new system for creating and loading pre-made levels. In the current version of Baldi's Basics Plus, there's a pretty well-known issue where the pre-made levels, which are used in Endless Mode and the challenge maps, do not receive updates that Hide-and-Seek mode receives. This is because the way I originally saved these levels, I failed to realize that they lost references to the prefabs, which, without getting too technical, are basically the building blocks of Baldi's Basics. I realized the only proper way to fix this would be to create an entirely new system which would allow me to create and load levels on the fly, similar to how the level generator works. So that's exactly what I did. What you're seeing now is a level editor I created for internal use. Now, I don't currently have plans to release a level editor for public use, but I have programmed this system with that possibility in mind, so once the game is finished, if I do decide I want to do that, it shouldn't be too difficult. This level editor allows me to place tiles, lights, objects, posters, you name it, and saves all the information required to reload the exact same level to a data file. Then I can have the game load from one of these files and build a level in real time, much like how the random level generator works. In fact, the level loader is programmed to share as much code as possible with the level generator, so that bug fixes and improvements made to one will apply to the other. With this system complete, I will be updating Baldi's Basics Plus to version 0.3.3 sometime very soon. This update will have all the pre-made levels remade in this new system and fully up to date with the rest of the game. And of course, it will also have a handful of other improvements and bug fixes. Now I've got more to say about that, but first I want to talk about something else new that's releasing soon, the Baldi U2s! Pretend like I'm holding it. Unfortunately, the fine folks at U2s were not able to get a sample to me in time for this video, but I can say for certain that it looks fantastic. I worked with the design team at U2s to make sure the figure maintained Baldi's most important features and the signature U2 style, and I don't think I could be happier with the final result. The figure drops on April 6th, and I hope you're all as excited as I am to get your hands on it. As soon as I receive mine, I'll probably tweet a video about it, so if you want to see that, be sure to check my Twitter over the next few days. Switching back to the topic of Baldi's Basics Plus development, I've talked about what I've been doing, but now I'd like to talk about what I'm going to be doing moving forward. I've learned a lot over the course of the game's development so far, both about game development and myself, and I've realized that in order to finish this game strong, I need to take the time to apply those lessons, even if it means the next major update is going to take longer to release than I would have liked. One of the lessons I've learned is the importance of organization and planning. I have a solid idea of what I want the final game to look like in my head, but I've come to realize that even the most concrete ideas in your mind tend to be filled with gaps, malleable, and unorganized. Completing the game design document will allow me to resolve pretty much all of those issues, and so it's currently my top priority. Once version 0.3.3 releases, I'll get back to work on the game document. Once version 0.3.3 releases, I'll return to working on the game design document until it's finished. After that, I'm going to plan out the rest of the game's development by pinning down exactly what features should be added in each and every update until version 1.0. Once I have a clear plan laid out, it will help development move a lot more smoothly. Another lesson I've learned is the importance of not rushing things. A mistake I've made time and time again in the past is setting some sort of arbitrary date for me to complete something by, and then as that date approaches, I rush and scramble and try to get everything finished in time, which usually ends up lowering the quality of the final product quite a bit. Kind of like this very video. That's right, as I write the script, it's 8:55 p.m. on March 29th. No more. Once I start working on the game again, I'll be sure to take all the time I need for each and every update, and I only plan on releasing release dates for them after they are feature complete. This will then give me time to play test, fix bugs in, and properly promote updates before they release, instead of me rushing to finish them at the last minute like I've often done for updates in the past. When you're developing a game, you can fall into this trap of feeling like you constantly need to be able to show progress, when in reality that can set some unrealistic expectations about how game development works. So with all that said, I'm sorry that development has been as rocky as it has been, but I'm confident that with these lessons learned, once I finish the game design document and start releasing updates again, they'll come out much more consistently and of a much higher quality. That's not to say there won't be more challenges down the road, but no matter what happens, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I finish this game and finish strong. This is a game that I am super excited about, and I can't wait for you all to see what I have in store. So that's pretty much everything I have to say. I'll let you all know when the game design document is finished on my Twitter, and when the next update is ready to announce, I'll announce it on the Basically Games Twitter account, and maybe even here on this YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. And well, now I guess I'll get back to work. Thanks for watching, and have a happy Baldi's Basics 3-year anniversary. Oh yeah, I forgot!
Welcome to Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning. That's me!
Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered is the ultimate version of the original Baldi's Basics. It's a recreation of the original game made in the Baldi's Basics Plus framework, so it features many of the improvements found in that game, such as better performance, a more consistent art style, improved NPC AI, and more. You can experience the original game by playing in Classic style, Birthday Mash by playing in Party style, and anyone who hasn't played Baldi's Basics Plus yet can get a taste of some of that game's features with the new Demo style, which mixes many of the new elements found in Baldi's Basics Plus into that classic map. Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered is something I've been thinking about making for a long time now, but I wouldn't have done it if it had taken too much of my attention away from Baldi's Basics Plus's development. Thankfully, thanks to the wonderful technology that is version control, much of my time working on Baldi's Basics Classic has also been working on Baldi's Basics Plus. since I can take any improvements or bug fixes made to one project and apply it to the other. In fact, when I was developing the new level editing and loading system, I was building the classic map alongside it, using that as a testing ground. I was originally hoping to release Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered today, however I ended up thinking of a few extra surprises that I wanted to include, so it's going to need a little bit more time in the oven. You won't have to wait long though, and the game store pages are already up on itch.io and GameJolt, so you can go follow those to be notified when it releases. Of course, it will be free, just as Baldi's Basics Classic always has been. When it launches, it will be available on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, but I also plan on bringing it to mobile devices and VR. Again, thanks to version control, by bringing Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered to those platforms, that will sort of act as a testing ground for me to potentially bring Baldi's Basics Plus to them as well. So Baldi's Basics Classic Remastered isn't just a way for me to celebrate how far Baldi's Basics has come, it's also a way for me to help improve Baldi's Basics as a whole. And, well, that's it. That's really it. I hope you all are as excited as I am for the future of Baldi's Basics and beyond. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support. It really means a lot to me. I hope you all have a happy Baldi's Basics 3-year anniversary.